Hello everybody, welcome back. I just did an unboxing this morning and here's the finished product. Got this reel out, did a little work. Now I may not be totally 100% done, but I try to get all of my gear, sort of matching. I don't want it, I'm not going to order the same everything of all the stuff. But I wanted to show you this reel, and I've also switched out. I think this is my favorite now. This Corrado K. I basically just took some of the parts that had come on the Metanium. And I thought it had too much red. I think the red on this K is just enough now because I'm not a huge fan of all blacked out reels or trucks or whatever. But I think it looks pretty good. And I definitely like this with a more metal look than what I had going on it. And I've also kind of got a little scheme going with the reel knobs. I plan on picking up one more reel. I'm not sure if I want to get another Aldebaran or what to go with the Tettons. The Tettons, I'm going to probably run with these, my homemade, handmade, custom-made knobs, the wooden knobs, a little smaller. But I really like a more solid feel when it comes to these, the bigger baits I'm throwing or whatever. And these knobs I picked up on eBay. You can get them on AliExpress too. They just have that, the EVA foams. They look cool, red and gray and black camouflage, and they feel good. Here's the only reel I'm still not happy with, and a couple of you guys had commented how well you like the green. I also kind of like the green with this silver. I did not like any green on the black Corrado. It's too much dark. But this actually doesn't look bad. Problem is this handle does not go with that. So I'm going to still work on that. I may just get a different polished aluminum and take those off for now. But I'm going to try something different. This is the only reel that I'm really, and comment below what you guys think. This is the only one I'm really not happy with the way it's turned out so far. This is also the smooth. It's the only really true used one out of the Corrados or the Scorpion. Man, this thing just feels smooth. And this one, I still may get a few red screws. The only downside, it's not really a downside, but Shimano reels, they've done a good job of, like, you can't even tell where the screws are that hold it. You can't even tell how these things are held together, which is cool and it looks good. But if you want to dress up your reel, like on a Daiwa and some of the Abu Garcias, you can put, the red screws in there or whatever. You can't do that with these reels. So it's all pretty much going to be on your drag star, cast control cap, and somewhere out on the handle assembly. You could get a different spool, but in all honesty, a spool just for looks, like an orange, red, gold, blue spool is kind of wasted if you're not getting one for performance, because once you get all your line on, you can barely make it out. Like this reel here, you can't even really make out what color, even here in person, that spool has a green tint to it. So anyway, there's just a few hop-up type, custom things you can get for these. And I almost tried it. I'm going to try it. I don't know if these drag stars, I think almost like how these are. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you think? Which reel do you think comes out with the factory drag star stock? See how that curved, more of a directional, that the Corrado, I believe the Corrados and the Metaniums have the exact same drag stars. I think they're just different anodizing on different models is the only difference. The Aldebaran has a completely different one in pretty much any time they change a model. That one's different. That's the BFS XG. There's just a 50, and it's different. I honestly believe my favorite I've seen so far, the older Metanium, had this pretty much with a little hole drilled in it. It just gave a little extra detail. I don't know why. I guess they thought they're saving weight, but they probably decided there was no weight gain there. But let me know what you guys think is your favorite. If you think any of a lot of people like that ZPI one, the huge crazy long one that sold out you can never get. I don't think I really like that one. If I remember right, they had one before, the one that's at Hedgehog Studios now, the only one you can find, that was actually similar to this, but you could get it in different anodized colors. I'd like to come across that again. They're pretty expensive though. And so I'm going to keep working on this. Oh, I was going to talk real quick about the rods. That's why I brought them out. If you can see on the rods, none of these rods are actually made the exact same way. The 6.5 has kind of a soft fill They have the same reel seats and stuff as a 6.8, both BFS rods, but it's painted black. And then and they're all just a touch different in length. And then these two, once you get to the bigger powers, it's not a bigger, huge power. It's just a 6'6" medium and 6'7" medium heavy do have the same reel seat. But see how it's different than the two BF ones. And I've got a 610 coming, I believe, is identical to these. But when you're trying to match up your combos and stuff, a lot of you guys are like, it doesn't matter to me, it's just a tool, and especially tournament guys, a lot of them don't matter. But a lot of guys it does. You want something that looks cool. You got a car, you put tires and wheels on it, you get it looking cool. Fishing equipment's pretty much the same way. So you take one of these reels, and no matter how cool it looks, and you put it with a mismatched rod, like say of oddball colors, it just looks ridiculous to me anyway. So I guess I'll put this thing on because I was hoping the Scorpion, and I still don't know what my take is on it. I need more gold on the reel. Just finding something that goes, kind of blends together. Doesn't necessarily have to look like it was made for that one. I definitely don't really like the true combo things, like the SLX. I know it's got blue and black, but that rod and reel combo looks cheap, and it is cheap, and it doesn't look good to me. But like take the NRX rods and you get some of the blue anodized stuff, put it on an NRX rod that's got the blue, that looks cool. You take the old NRX rods that I think had the green and you put something red or blue on it just didn't look too good. So anyway, let me get out of here. I was just kind of showing you guys the arsenal is coming together. I guess I should recap it. We've got the Aldebarans that are going to be taking on, going on the Cayenne Tettons. And I either need to get another Aldebaran. I guess I could, decide if I want to put the Metanium back on the 6'6" one-piece Cayenne Teton, and then just run them like that. Then I'm one reel away from having the arsenal complete. I've got a Metanium. I've got the 2013 model Metanium XG coming. This is painted black. This isn't quite as light, almost like a polished aluminum crazy silver look. It's more of just a silver. I got it coming. It's an XG. I'm not 100% sure where I'm going with it. I'm going to get all my reels I need to cover my 8 rods. I got 3 Tettons and then of course 5 of the Cayenne Conquerors. So I need 8 reels. I do have a couple cheap AliExpress ones I'll be throwing back and forth, but I want to get my own, the Shimano's in there. I have been looking at the older Metaniums, and if any of you guys are thinking about getting something that is going to have, they even got the old Metanium DCs, that's a decent DC reel, or just the old MG7s and the MG Metaniums. They're on eBay, and they're not that expensive for what they can do. Now, they're going to palm a little bigger. That's one downside. And also, for those of you that don't know, I'm sure most people know by now, the old Chronarchs that everybody wants, you can see there's a couple on eBay right now going crazy price. The D5, D7 Chronarchs are Metaniums. Pretty much the same thing. Like and a lot of guys swear by the Metaniums being a better overall performing reel. It's got better bearings. It was a JDM market. The Chronarchs were here in the U.S. Same reel. Going to get pretty much the same performance or better, but I think most people just like the looks of that white with that light silver, that kind of a pearl white Chronarch. It's just that D7 around, it was hugely and still is popular, sells for a lot of money. But the Chronarchs, also the old school Antares, they're big, they're heavy, but if a lot of you guys don't care about that, those are real cheap on eBay. Like, you can pick up some high-end Shimano stuff that's just what some would consider old and outdated. I still say if you don't mind a little bit of a bigger palming reel, or weight, or maybe you need the weight to balance out a rod, almost anything in the $200 market will not touch those old ones, and you can pick them up anywhere from $100, $150, and they're probably as good as some of these $300 and $400 reels. I'm kind of getting into these Corrados, but any Antares made or Metanium for that matter, I'm sure will outperform any of these Corrados. Maybe not the DC, maybe very close. But anyway. Alright, I'm out of here for the final time today. I'm not coming back for sure. Unless I decide to and get bored. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Drop a comment, anything below about how I did any of this. If you like it, hate it, I don't care. You know, I'm used to the bonsai guys. Those guys are like D-bags. They'll jump on there and comment any little thing about, they'll tell some old lady that she don't know what she's doing, she killed her tree, and all kinds of crazy stuff. They're nuts. Anyway, I'm out. I'm gone.